Okay, so today I'm going to go over the LEGO set 75200 Ahch Island Training. This set has 241 pieces, originally goes for $30, and was released in January 2018. So first, let's go over the minifigures. The first figure here is Old Man Luke. He's a very interesting figure. I like him a lot. I actually think it was kind of a good idea to have his hair more of a blonde color than a gray color because it matches him a lot more. And I mean, I think it could have been a lot more. It should have had more gray on him, but he looks like a good figure. I like the robe detailing, and I love the cape. But the hairpiece is probably my favorite part of him because it's like a pop star from the '80s. Like this could be like a Michael Jackson hair or something like that, or Prince or something like that. And the staff is just kind of made up of some regular pieces, but yeah, pretty good figure. Probably one of the main reasons people get this set. So yeah. So this last figure, I mean, really there's only two minifigures. The set is Rey, and I don't think she's exclusive. I think she is. I mainly like a hairpiece because it's like a free kind of ponytail, like free little buns, kind of ponytail buns or something. And I like the lightsaber, you get that, and a little staff of hers. But yeah, mainly I like this figure a lot. I don't know if she's exclusive or not, but she looks kind of cool. The main build of the set itself is really good, and I'm actually going to talk about the value of this set too, because there's a lot of controversy with some of the prices of some of the newer Star Wars sets. So the set is just perfect, I think. A lot of good stuff in this one, and the details of it, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Mostly I feel like there is just a lot of good prints and stuff, like, you know, I have this little kernel area or whatever to cook. There's a lot of cooking material in the set. Like the architecture of it looks a lot like it was in the movie. And these front two parts are actually able to kind of come off. And yes, there's a bolter. And there's little Technic pins. And what I kind of like, I don't think like much people have talked about this, but you can kind of put it out like this. Or you can kind of switch it around. But I mean, I actually kind of like it like this. Something like that. So you can kind of do it like this. You can make it on the other side, but I think it looks good on this side too. It really looks good on both sides. And of course, probably the main feature of this set, I mean, has to be you put Rey on here, and you can kind of just pretend that you're kind of hitting her, not hitting her, hitting the boulder. And you kind of have lightsaber out like this. You kind of chop it out, and there's like a little chi orb in there, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, really cool and good feature. I like that. Now we're going to move on to the actual HUD itself. So, yeah. It has a very good design, and of course it has a Porg. Porg is a very good figure. He's not exclusive, of course. He is in the $800 set, but that's good that you get him in this set. And they give you this little stand on the side, which is actually kind of able to come off. Maybe put a figure there or something. But yeah, you just kind of just put him there, and you give it a little stand. And to the outside, very good structure, and there's a little kind of cape piece they give you. Also, if you notice during my speed build, I put the sticker on. I actually put that on afterwards. Good cloth piece. You kind of open it up like that, or you can kind of just slide it over. But I think that's a good little piece. They have it on a little pin there. So probably my favorite part is the, you know, kind of basically the inside. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're able to take this part off to kind of get better light in there, and probably be able to do this as well. Kind of do that, and you get much better light. Kind of, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with Luke. Basically take off his cape first. I think that's probably the easiest way. You're able to put him around. There's a little hook behind here. I'll show you. It'll show you a better shot of that in a second. You're able to take down his bed. There's like a little bunch of little hooks in there. Make sure his cape's off because it kind of gets in the way when you're putting him in his bed. And you just sit him down like so. And it works really well because, I mean, I'm glad they actually included a bed and not just like a little table or a few tables and that's it. But they actually included some stuff that looks good. And the inside is not just a bed and maybe like a table or something that has a lot of kind of little stuff in here. I'm glad they fit it in. Give Luke back his cane. And there's a little bucket with some coals in there. There's actually a fish in a little bucket there with a little green. Kind of hard to see that, but kind of in there. And there's a table over here, just really the only main table. And it has a cup, a little pan, and a lamppost. And the thing you can do is that you can take this off, and there's a little cherry in there. And they give you an extra one too. And it kind of just fits in there real well, so I like that. And there's one last part about this, and that is the exploding function. And I guess it's supposed to symbolize the part where Ray shoots the wall with the blaster, even though it'll give you a blaster. I think it works a little better when you put this on, and it doesn't really attach to that. So you actually pull it like that, not like this, not that direction. You have to pull it like that. And then this will pop off. Really simple function, and it works really well. And it's cool to add that in to give you like another little function to it. So overall, I really like this set. The only complaint I actually have is I think that it's $30 is a little pushing it. I think $25 or something like that would be good. Hopefully the new Yoda's hat will not be $30, and it looks about the same size. And there's a lot of complaint about some of the sets. Like, let me just bring this out of the way. There's a little elephant in the room for me. General Grievous's Combat Speeder. Now, a lot of people saying how this set is a bad deal, and it is. It should be like $20, and this should be $25. But the thing is, I feel like they're about the same size. But when you compare the piece count, then yeah, because this one's like 100 pieces less, and they're the same price. But yeah, I don't know. But the main thing is that this is the Republic tank, came out last summer. It is $25, and it is basically bigger. It's about as big as this, and it's actually 50 more pieces. So, but honestly, this is still a good set for what you get, because you get a lot for a little set, and I'm glad that it goes with Luke, so it's a good deal. Anyways, so just the figure. I mean, this figure is probably like $20 alone. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye guys.